Daily Broadside, day 686. You know what you never see? You never see any Asians strung out on heroin. I'll give you a piece of advice. If you are into eating oatmeal, just take a scoop of just a spoonful, nothing crazy, a little Mary Poppins action. Just take a spoonful of peanut butter, mix it in there. You'll thank me all day long. I tell you what, there's a number of reasons that I do not like the royal family and what they stand for and all the little pomp and circumstance BS that they do. But I think one of the number one things is a word called philately. I think that's how it's said. It's kind of like numismatists, but numismatists are actually kind of cool. People that study and collect coins. Philately is like the study and curation and whatnot of stamps. And the royal family has in its possession, handed down through generations, currently I think curated by the old King Charles there, a stamp collection that's worth like $100 million. Now, we can all argue that that's probably worth like $11 because it's just stamp value. I mean, come on, man. It's just dumb. It's like what somebody paid like some couple $1 million for like the original so-and-so Nintendo game. Maybe it was Mario Brothers, whatever. That's just dumb, man. It's dumb. You can't even play it. You can't even take it out of the box and play it because then it's worth nothing, you know? And I'll tell you a little secret there. I've got a good chance of getting an Arby's sign. And when you say Arby's sign, what do you mean by Arby's sign? I'm talking about like a sign, like up on a pole, like a heavy, full-size sign, that someone, let's just say I know somebody who's being paid to get rid of it and they don't need it and I've got a chance to get it, right? And you may be asking yourself, why the hell would you want an Arby's sign? I don't want an Arby's sign, but I am in the process of regifting weird stuff, and I think that would be an excellent thing to regift. I'll tell you one thing I did, it was probably been about 10, 12 years ago. I came across a guy who was taking down a billboard, one of those huge billboards out on the highway. And I struck up a conversation with him one morning. It's probably like 5:30 in the morning. He was taking the thing down. And he had gotten rid of a subway banner. And that stuff, if you've never messed with it, it's basically just like some kind of vinyl material or whatnot. And he had it rolled up in a big pile. I said, what are you going to do with that? And he's like, I'm going to throw it away. And he was putting up something for a completely new business, And, his things are probably like, I don't know, 23 feet wide and, 10 feet tall. They're bigger than they look, obviously. Because they have to be seen from a distance. And so I said, well, can I have that? He's like, yeah, I'll just have to haul it off if not. So I rolled it up, threw it in the back of my vehicle, and off to the house we went. I had a buddy who lived up on a hill that overlooked a kind of a highway, a busy road at least. It was technically a highway. And while he was at work one day, I went over there with a ladder, and I strung that thing up between two trees and, screwed it into all the trees. And then I cut little U's throughout it so that the wind would blow through it and not rip it down. And like I said, he's up on like a ridge, and you could see this like as you approached for like a mile, and it was like $5 footlongs, and it was advertising, and it was pretty funny because while he's at work, there were a couple people that he knew that rode down the road and called him and were like, why you got a subway sign? Of course, he has no idea what they're talking about until he gets home and there's a big subway sign. He wasn't as amused as I was amused by it, but nevertheless, it didn't cost me anything but time and some screws. But I will say this, wait till you see what I do with his Arby's sign, because this isn't going to be as easy to just get up on an 8-foot ladder and rip down and throw in the trash, right? Like you're going to have some, like a tractor implement to move that thing, because it's going to be pretty big. So I'm going to have to get my tractor involved and haul a trailer over there, but the idea that I have will be quite amusing, at least for me, at least. Maybe not for the person on the receiving end, but that doesn't really matter. So that's all I have for today. I'm going to go batten down the hatches, whatever the hell that means, because there's a storm a-brewing. There's a thunderstorm warning, and can you hear that cackling of the wind and the thunder? We'll see what happens.